Where have you been? Unaware of your little stunt, the men I entrusted you with stood and waited for you to appear amongst the sea of students and faculty members outside the school gates. Do you know that your bodyguards pissed their trousers when they figured out that you were no longer within the school premises? They spent a good amount of time scouring the entire grounds to no avail. Their tails were tucked in between their legs when they returned back in this manner without you in tow, knowing that they would face my wrath head-on because of your absence. They are currently nursing their badly beaten faces as we speak. I hope their slightly battered state reminds you of how valuable you mean to me. If you see them a bit roughed up tomorrow, covered in gauzes and bandages, do not blame yourself. They are on my payroll and were strictly instructed to keep an eye on you at all times, and they were ineffective at doing so. What happened to them today will serve as a reminder for them to take their job more seriously, because I won't be too lenient on them if this happens again. The thought that you are out there somewhere without protection because of their incompetence brought out the monster in me. I will be painting this entire city in crimson if anything bad ever happens to you. Take heed, for I am warning you. The man in front of you right now is teetering in between rage and relief. So let me ask you one more time. Where have you been? Do not make me pry the answer out of you, my love. Or do you want me to do that? You know what happens when my patience wears out? It's either you are dumb or just asking for it at this point. Testing the waters when it comes to my resolve isn't something you want to dabble on, or you're only going to end up drowning. Is that what you want? You say you hate me, but we both know it's a lie. Your body burns, trembles, and yearns for me. There is an undeniable, deep, primitive tug between us. Our bodies are carved out perfectly to fit together like two pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. I affect you deeply, like how you affect me. We're both engraved in each other's veins, both bound in mind, body, and soul, no matter how much you try to deny it. You can have me any way you want, baby. Consider it as an open invitation, because I belong to you. Just say the word. You know you want to. You're just too prideful to admit that you like what I do to you. You like how I make your limbs boneless. You like how I make your brain unable to focus with just the use of my penetrating, lengthy, and meaningful vocabularies. You like it when my brazen hands skim all throughout your body. You like it when I wrap my hands around your neck as I frenzied my way through fulfillment. You like it when I use my hands to bunch your skirt up your thighs and bury them in between your sweet walls. Oh? You want me to stop talking? I barely even started, and yet here you are already withering beneath my presence. Did my litany of enticements excite you? You want to explain yourself now? Okay then. Humor me with your excuses. I will hear them out. Just so you know, regardless of presented circumstances, your punishment still awaits. You will be undraped and on all fours as you act as my stool for my feet to rest on, while I leisurely sip a neat glass of bourbon later tonight. Do you understand? Go ahead. Open that pretty little mouth of yours for me. But be mindful of your words, though. If I hear something I don't like, you'll end up on your knees, and I'll send your words right back down your throat until you gag. So you deliberately snuck out of school just to piss me off? Now why is that? Never mind. I know why. You enjoy the punishments I give you. Guess I have tainted you to the point of no return, my little prude. I should be ashamed of myself, but rather I feel accomplished and euphoric. It brings me such joy knowing that only I could evoke such hunger out of you. Tell me, who owns you? That's right. I do. I own every curve, every plane, and every dip of your body. I own every ragged, rapid, shallow breaths that you make whenever we are molded intimately against each other. I'm messed up in the head for saying such things, but when it comes to you, my reasoning tumbles into oblivion. This reckless, savage lust takes over, and it terrifies me even. Don't look at me like that. You know it turns me on. Your stares beckons to me like a siren song. Makes me want to breach your every defense with urgency and hear you purring beneath my touch as I probe in slowly and repetitive rhythm. But for now, I refuse to fall for it. You acted like a petulant child just to rile me up. Cute, but also utterly stupid on your behalf. You risked yourself by being out in the open and unprotected. This disturbance of yours is not something I could turn a blind eye on. Listen, kidnapping you and holding you against your will for almost a year is not something I'm proud of, nor regret at the same time. I'm not your typical knight in shining armor. My actions in saving you from your abusive, dysfunctional family were barbaric and questionable at first. We started out on the wrong foot. We have this love-hate relationship towards each other. But our shared number of kisses spoke of things left unsaid and holds promises for the future. The Mafia may not be the typical family that you want, but in this family, we love, respect, obey, and most importantly, protect each other. My family is your new family now. I know, you know, and accept this fact already. You're just fiending that you hate your new life, because you enjoy it when I grace both of your cheeks with my warm, calloused hands, until they are raw and tender whenever you act out. Your wildness brews beneath your gentleness, and I get all the credit for wrestling it out of you. We made a good amount of headway during this conversation tonight. That's it. For now, you're dismissed. Be a good girl and go upstairs. I want you in our room at the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.